There's something I'd like you to see, Hagakari. This notebook. What's this? Why does it have my name on it? I found this in the locker room on the second floor of the dorms. Take a look inside, would you? Even without looking, I can tell you I know nothing about this. What? What? Whoa, what's up? It doesn't just look the same, dude. What the hell? This straight up is my handwriting. Why do you have... I don't remember writing any of... What? Then I seriously... You attended classes here at Hope's Academy, Hagakari. But you forgot it. No way. No freaking way, dude. I don't believe it about as much as you do, but... I can't explain the existence of this notebook without accepting it as the truth. Who is that? It's my notebook, and the handwriting inside is unmistakably my own. But I don't remember anything about it, just like Hagakari. The reason for that is a 2-year blank. Oop, boop, boop. Look at all the evidence. Don't you think it's about time to accept it? Christ almighty, you guys are depressing! You think we were at a fucking funeral not solving mysteries. Not that I've ever been to a goddamn funeral. Fuck yeah. Wow. 2 years of school, a significant portion of your youth. With every exciting class, every hot partying event, you grew closer and closer together. And then, precisely 1 year ago, tragedy struck. Tragedy by the name of mankind's most despairingly maleficent and monstrous malfaction. You watched the world end before your very eyes. But you forgot all of that, including your despair. And having forgotten, you fought back against this academic coliseum. As an aside, I'd like to clarify something about the memories you all lost. I can't do it. It's too tiring. I've grown bored of explaining things. Huh? I've grown tired of this world. People talk about wanting new and interesting experiences, but nobody actually does anything interesting. This damn place is hopelessly fucking dull. What are you talking about? In a way, I'm envious of all of you. That you have the opportunity to submit yourself to all the encompassing embrace of despair. So you can come up with the rest yourselves. I'm tired of explaining shit. Could come up with what? To put it simply, I'm asking you to tell me precisely where the gap in your memories lies. Where the gap in our memories lies? So she wants to know what the last thing we can remember from being before we lost our memories is. It's only one thing that comes to mind. And that's when we passed out. Whenever the hell that was. The gap in our memories could only exist at one point in time. I stepped into the hallway outside the entrance hall on the first day. I was struck by a strange sensation and then I lost consciousness. Wow! You still got it in you. Well, I don't know all the sciencey details, but what you guys experienced as losing consciousness was like a disturbance in your perception of time brought on by the memory loss-ish. Well, something like that. After that, I woke up lying on a desk in one of the classrooms. I thought that I was waking up after having just barely collapsed in the entrance hall. But it didn't just barely happen, it happened 2 years ago. And the reason he thought it had just happened was because he lost all of the intervening memories. 2 long years of memories, which means you guys weren't meeting each other for the first time. In spite of that, you all proceeded to introduce yourselves to each other. At that point in time, we had already spent 2 years together as classmates. That's where those pictures really came from. Oop, boop, boop. Right on the nose. Basically, all that killing was among the friends you guys spent the last 2 years with. And also, you could escape to a dead outside world. Oop, boop, boop. That's gotta be rough, and there's not even anything out there for you to return to. You're the one who pulled the strings and made it happen. I love all of you. Huh? Since our lives here together first started, you're all I've thought about. Isn't it natural that I would grow to have feelings for you? Since I just adore every last one of you, I'll tell you a little something. Let's talk about Super Duper High School Despair's desparification of humanity project. Super Duper High School Despair's desparification of humanity project. What the hell is that? Our story begins 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when you all first came here. Your first year as students overflowed with peace and hope. You led sickeningly normal lives. And everyone was perfectly content. Man, those were the days. However, it didn't last long. There was only peace for the first year. Because 1 year after you entered the academy, an incident occurred that threw mankind into despair. An incident by the name of mankind's most despairingly maleficent and monstrous malfaction. And with it, humanity's era of peace and harmony came to a screeching halt. Of course, this academy was no exception. Nearly all of Hope's Academy students were annihilated as a result of the malfaction. Who? Who what? Stupid high school despair caused mankind's most despairingly maleficent and monstrous malfaction. Can't imagine it was just you and Makura Kasaba. So, is it an organization, a group, a family? Ah, yes, to answer your question. None of the above. Oh, how I should put it. It's more abstract than that. Despair is contagious. Perhaps you could say it's like a phenomenon. Everyone despairs. And now everything in this, the seashell of a world, is despair. Therefore, if you take up arms against despair, we're taking up arms against the world itself. I don't understand. I was not speaking in the hopes that you would understand. Besides, we veered off subject. Let's get back on topic then. Having suffered catastrophic damage, the only students still alive at the academy were you. You, Hope's Academy's 78th class, were all that remained. And then, see, something awesome happened. Pay close attention. This is important, so I'll only say it once. Work began to convert Hope's Academy into a shelter to protect all the survivors. Wowzers. Yep, work began to convert... That was twice. I skipped that. Now it's for the person in charge of the conversion. In other words, the one who locked you all in here. Does anyone know who that was? Was it the headmaster? Right? It had to have been the Hope's Academy headmaster? The headmaster tried to protect us by converting the academy into a shelter, to protect us from the despair of the malfaction occurring outside. That's why he had us make the commitment, to potentially spend the rest of our lives inside the academy. So this is like a nuke shelter, like a bomb shelter. I'm sure this is what the headmaster was thinking. As long as you, our hope for the future, survive, we can rebuild the world as many times as necessary. Yes, the headmaster had that much hope for you. And because we too knew that he did, we agreed to spend the rest of our lives here. But converting this place into a shelter was also the headmaster's biggest slip-up. Oop, oop, oop. It's funny. He was the headmaster and he didn't know that we, Super Duper High School Despair, were already inside the academy. And the shelter that was supposed to protect you guys ended up being the cage that kept you from escaping your despair. Oh, she must have been part of the class. For me at least, it was a big help. It saved me a ton of work. And for the record, it was none other than you, yourselves, who sealed the doors and windows. You toiled away foolishly, restricting all access to the outside world at the headmaster's direction. So we sealed ourselves in with our own hands? And you went and forgot and started making a shit ton of fucking noise about it. Oh no, we're trapped. Once the conversion was complete, it was time for me and Makura to make our play. The start of the academic coliseum. That very moment was the reason Makura and I came to Hope's Academy 2 years ago. This academic coliseum was to be the climax of our despairification of humanity project. Furthermore, the reason you survived the malfaction was so we could have you participate in this climax. So you let us live? So you can make us kill each other? Why would you go so far? Because this isn't simply about you killing each other. It is, so to speak, a witch hunt, a way to weed out and eliminate the remaining scraps of hope in the world. What do you mean? There's still some straggles out there dragging their feet. A few have yet to let go of their hope. So I want to put on a show for them, and to do that Oop, oop, oop. What do you think I did? Puffmaster had to do something so she could put on a show for the people outside. Like, Asahina's eyes are huge as fuck right now because, like, no one knows what's making sense. Nothing's making sense. What we already know is she's broadcasting it through the TVs or whatever. So that explains why she has the power to do that. When they were trying to figure out, like, how that could be possible. Oh, wait, Cass. I need a S. I need an S! Give me an S. We're done. Hey. You hijacked the broadcast signals? Yes, that I did. One of the world to watch the students of Hope's Academy, their symbol of hope, killing each other. That was the goal all along, the climax of our desparification of humanity project. By watching despair bring you to your knees, watching you, their hope, take up arms against one another, their despair would spread like an epidemic, wiping out all the remaining hope. Ain't it amazing what TV can do? By the way, thanks to my little broadcast, we had a bunch of folks drop by to try and save you guys. But they did! Help came! They were rarely exterminated by the heavy weaponry at the gates. Exterminated? It's all thanks to you. I was able to grant onto the people so inordinately obstinate as to resort to force. The ultimate despair, death. You used us to bring despair to the people outside. Look at it this way. In exchange, you got the chance to live. That's why they call give and take. Give and take my ass! Give me a goddamn break! And then you want to know why I chose to spare you when I had all the other students here killed? We spent 2 years together. All those memories are important to me. We are classmates after all. That's a lie. I just thought it would intensify your despair when you found out I was a classmate. Voila! There's the truth you so yearn for. So tell me, how deep is your despair? Now that the mysteries have been solved, just how deep is your despair? Don't tell me you actually planned for the truth to come out. And what if I did? My true intention behind accepting your challenge was to squeeze every last drop of hope out of you. If my goal in giving you the chance to solve the mysteries was to show you how hopeless the truth is, then what would you do? See, the truth isn't necessarily a bastion of hope. Some truths are fucking nests of despair, just like this one. A nest of despair? No, I can't. Also, all those incentives I gave you were actually completely meaningless, since the world's already ended. Meaningless? So all this time, we've been killing each other over nothing? Not just that, you didn't escape this place, even though you chose to put yourselves in here. All the while, unaware that we have been classmates for 2 years. That ain't funny. I hear you, dude. You're amazing. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. So please don't kill me. I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just spare me. So this is how a mortal begs for its life? I must admit, even I have never seen something so boorish. But you know what? Begging doesn't work on me. All I want from you is despair. Nothing else to it. Not even a reason. Without a reason, you can't comprehend me. Without a reason, you can't prepare for anything I do. Incomprehensible, unpredictable, irrational. That is super duper high school despair. Hold on a second. You keep preaching at us about all this crap. But we can't be sure you're even telling the truth. Huh? You say the world's in ruins, but I haven't seen it with my own 2 eyes. I won't believe it. I refuse to believe that's the truth. So you've seen it with your own eyes, it exists as both truth and false simultaneously. That is to say, you're in a state similar to that of... Aw, screw that. That having been said, what are you getting at? Are you gonna keep on saying I refuse to believe until you go outside and see for yourself? That's a bad idea. Go out into the dead world and you'll be alright along with it. It's not like I'm lying to you. Even if you aren't. I do not want to give in to you. I do not want to lose to you. Not just for me, but also for everyone who died at your hands. What? Died at my hands? What are you talking about? You guys are the ones who went around killing each other.